We grew up on mixtapes and
Hey there, everybody. It is the GlobeTrotting Trio. I'm Amy.
I'm Shelley.
Hello, I'm Tammy.
Hey there, everybody. So let's talk about momentum moves.
Woohoo.
So in our business, that's really something that works for us is that momentum, right? Just making sure
Mhm,
that our
mhm,
business is moving forward every day. We want to make sure that that
mhm,
happens. And I will say this, consistency beats intensity. The more we
Mm,
do something, even if it's something small, the better off we are than doing it really fast and furious and then stopping, right?
mhm.
right.
All right, so tell me, daily actions, do you think they matter more than big bursts? And tell me why you think they do or don't.
Well, I think daily action beats big burst any old day because just like you know, building let's go but airplane thing. Just like when you're taking off on an airplane, it builds, it builds, it builds, it builds, it builds. It can't go from zero to up in the air. It just can't.
Right.
So that's a lot of like our business is that, you can't go from zero to not, seven-star director like our number one income earner in our company. Um, so it takes those small things every single day. And then there's no say that you can't do big bursts, every other month or every 3 months or whatever the case may be, but don't only depend on big bursts.
Right. I agree. What do you think, Shelley?
Oh, I wholeheartedly agree. It's not one or the other.
Mm-mm.
You have to have them both. Like I shouldn't say that. You don't have to have big bursts, but
Mm-hmm.
It
most of
helps.
us do.
Yep.
Most
Yes.
of us have both. Um, I think it's important to your business, and
Yeah.
it creates the results that you're hoping to see.
I like it. So one of the things that I know lots of us do is we have that daily method of operation, that thing that we do every day for our business. It's just like any company. Whenever you wake up every morning and you start your day at a business, there's certain things that you have to do throughout the day to ensure that your business runs well. And that's really what we're talking about. So we have our DMO, our daily method of operation. But I will say this, that we have our own. I know I do, and I'm pretty sure you guys do as well. Non-negotiables. So if we wake up today and we're sick, or if we wake up today and we have to take our kids somewhere, or if we wake up today and you know what, we're going on vacation, what are those things that we just have to do? Do you feel like that is probably the biggest foundation for your business, or do you think what do you think?
So, I mean, funny that I had a training for my team just a few days ago about that.
Mm-hmm.
And, you actually have to create what your non-negotiables are, regardless if you're sick or you're, this or, that or, whatever the case may
Right.
be. And, for my non-negotiables, it's always because, people are the most important thing to me is follow up on the people that would be sending me a message today saying that they're interested in the business.
Right.
That is probably, and then don't be silent on Facebook. I mean, we always say that a company that's a brick and mortar company, if they close their doors and never unlock it, they're not going to get any business. And it's the same thing with our Facebook is that you have to unlock your business if you're doing social media that way. And you never stop talking about it, even when you are out and about. You never stop
Right.
talking about it. I mean, those are probably my non negotiables.
There you go. What about you, Shelley?
So I would say mine are the people connections, whether that's following up with somebody that's interested or somebody that is new in the business, or a business partner I've had for years. Like
Mm-hmm.
my non-negotiables every single day are having those conversations and just creating the connections.
Hmm. I agree. Um, Mine are that relationship building, like that. That's kind of where I put him in that relationship building. bubble.
Mhm.
So it's either pre or post signing up, somebody helping somebody decide if they want to, helping somebody that has already signed up. That's kind of my non-negotiables fall into that category. Now let me ask you this. When you first started, how much confidence did you have in doing your business and doing it well? If you could rate yourself from 0 to 10, what do you think your number would have been?
Okay, day one, 0.
Hmm.
Um, a month in, maybe a 2 or maybe a 2.
Okay.
A year, I would say I was probably at like a 6.
Okay. What about you, Tammy?
I guess I'm just the oddball probably here is that, I mean, I I had the confidence that I could build this business
Hmm.
um right off the bat. I knew that what I wanted, and I knew that the product was absolutely amazing. Of course, a travel business owner. So I think I was maybe even backwards, even because my confidence was real high for years, and then it kind of dipped, and now my confidence level is coming back up. So
Right.
I think I think we all have um, different degrees of confidence at different times.
Absolutely. Because
Yeah.
if you were to ask me, I would probably tell you I was about a 4 or 5 when I first started. I knew it was going to happen. I might even be a 5 or 6 because I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was something that I could do to benefit
Mm-hmm.
Andrew and I.
Mm-hmm.
And then it did start increasing. I dipped and came back.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of times we all faced the COVID era. So at that point, that's whenever, you try to decide. The one thing, though, that probably helped us the most was consistency.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Um, the more we did things, even at whatever point it was when we felt like we were the lowest to the highest, we always did something consistently, which built what? It built our
Confidence,
Confidence.
confidence, which then builds our mm,
posture.
moment belief, yes, and then it builds our momentum. The more
Um,
we do things, the more confident we have, it gives us some clarity, gives us some belief in what we're doing, which then ultimately gives us that momentum. Um, Now, your statement, Tammy, actually helps with the next question that I
oh,
have.
there you go
Okay.
again.
You're like,
Helping.
helping. That's me. I just
That's who I
always
am.
help.
I'm always helping.
So you said that you were confident at the beginning, then as you move forward, you kind of lost that confidence and then you started building your confidence later. What happened? What happens whenever you kind of slow down and stop and then you have to rebuild?
Oh, it's like it's starting all over again.
Hmm.
I believe that it's harder to stop and then try to start again than it
Hmm.
is to start all the way from the beginning. So if I mean my advice to everybody is don't stop, just keep on going. I mean, not that I quit the business, and that's not what I did. It's just
No,
I didn't. Um, things happen. Um,
right.
so yeah, I mean, don't stop, just keep on
Well,
going.
and it was much like what I was just saying, though. That was the COVID time, whenever
Yeah,
all of that happened, because
yeah,
that's what happened to me as well. I kind of started a little bit higher, dipped, and then came back. And it
yeah.
was really hard for me,
Hmm.
um, as well as I'm sure it was with you. And I don't think Shelley lived through that part
I
of it.
started
So
during.
yeah.
During,
So
yeah.
that's why she was probably lower and moved higher. But at the end
Hmm.
of the day, it was really hard to come back because
Yeah.
if your business started wavering at any point,
Hmm.
having that security and realizing that, oh,
Yeah,
maybe I messed up. So I will say that that was really hard. Don't stop though. Just don't stop. That's
yeah,
the thing, which is
yeah.
why we coach our teams to do those non-negotiables every day. Because had Tammy and I done that every day, even
Hmm.
during the times when we didn't feel like we should, our
Right.
businesses would have looked a little bit different.
Yeah.
Now, we can't go back and we can't change it at all, but we have learned from it, which then helps us educate our teams, which is one of those things that we all three love to do.
Love
All right.
it.
Now, is there something that you can say, like, if you were creating a rhythm, right? Instead of like relying on the motivation. Because if you look at, let me ask this differently, because I did a training on it recently. Motivation is great. Is it consistent?
No,
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 it's
no,
temporary.
it's a temporary thing.
it is.
You've got to have, I mean, I don't know
Mhm.
if this is what you wanted, but the why. You have to have your
Mhm.
why.
Yes,
You know, motivation fades, but the reason why you're doing this business is still the reason why you're doing the business. And, you know, for me is that, you know, probably when my kid's 30, I'm still going to say I do this business for my son, you know, because I don't want to leave him. You know what I mean? You know, I doubt that. But, you know, it's the being available for you know, the why has to keep
Mhm.
you going. The belief has to keep you going. And, you know, and if whatever else you need to, you know, not even motivate you, because like I said, motivates goes, comes and goes, but
Right,
just to keep you going.
right.
Yeah.
What are your
Mhm.
thoughts, Shelley, on the motivation?
So, all right, I'm gonna like share an analogy with you.
Okay.
And it's Olympic time, right? And
Yeah.
our family, I shouldn't say our whole family, a lot of our family, we are Olympic nuts. And like 5 a.m., you know, it comes on and it stays on until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Like we absolutely love the Olympics.
This absolutely does
Like,
not, even in the remote of ways, surprise me.
right?
Me either.
And
Me
thanks.
either
I'm
with
so glad I'm
with
predictable.
Shelley. You're so predictable. Yeah.
It's just all that coaching that I do, right?
Mhm.
So if you picture like those skiers
Mhm.
and picture yourself being out on a ski hill and you're at that bottom and you're looking all the way at that top and you were like, I am so motivated to get up there. And you start trudging up there and it's like one step at a time with these skis on your feet and your feet are kicked out and you're getting these skis all like twisted up and you're like, I'm motivated. I think I'm motivated. Okay, I'm gonna do this, right? And at some point your motivation is like gone. You're like, whoo, I'm tired. And you let go and you just start sliding right back down that hill.
Yeah,
And you're like, I don't know that I'm so motivated to get up to the top again because now you're at the bottom and you're looking at it. It motivation doesn't get you up there. It's the action, right? You can be as motivated to get to that top as you want, but as soon as you let go and you're like, oh, I just got to rest for a second, that you're
Mhm.
sliding right back down that slope. That you're not getting to the top just out of motivation. You have to put one ski in front of the other every single day, and you have to do the actions that get you there. It has to be a, about the consistency in the actions, or you're not getting to the top, and you're not going to stay at the top. You're
right,
going
Mhm.
right back down that hill. There is no gold for you, my friend.
Nope.
right.
Nope.
But you know what? I think one of the best things about this business for me is that my actions are what builds my business. So
Mhm.
I am the one that I have to either be happy with for the work I did or not so
Mm,
happy with for the work I did. There is nobody else to blame. If I make the choice to give my time to somebody else versus doing what I need to do in my business, it's all on me no matter what. And I love that because then I also know that if I'm going to give myself to other people, I am going to make up my time doing other things that I need to do for my business.
mm,
If I give an hour here, I'm going to take an hour here for my business. So, and that's huge. Ultimately, momentum is built very quietly
Mhm.
without anybody
mhm,
else hearing it.
mhm,
It's just us sitting here doing our job every day because that's what we want to do. We want to build effective and flourishing businesses. I don't know if
mhm.
that's the right word for it.
Yep.
So, what are your all's last thoughts on momentum
Amy, I
and
love
making
that you
this?
said, you know, it ultimately is like what your actions that you do, right? By
Mhm,
yourself. You're accountable for it. It's what you do by yourself every single day. Um, but we are so not in this business alone.
Mm-mm.
Yes, it's my business to work. It's your business to work. It's Tammy's business to work. but we work these so well together simultaneously, right? Side by side. And one of the things that I love is you and I have our meeting times a couple mornings a week, and we're each working our own business during that time. And sometimes we're completely quiet and we're both working, but we're there to support each other,
Mhm.
to be accountable, to not feel alone because we are so not
Right.
alone. And I love that about what we do. And this particular business. I love that. I've not had those types of circumstances ever before in a network marketing company.
Mhm.
And I think it's
Yeah.
part of what makes us so special.
I agree. What do you think, Tammy?
Yep. So, I remember when I was building my first network marketing team,
Mhm.
and I couldn't tell you, it was like, it's not an option. It's not an option. I have to get to that next level, whatever that level was. Um, it was, for my family. It was for my child to see that, if you set your mind to it, then, you can make those things happen. So if that's where, quote, quote, your momentum, your motivation has to come from, then, do it.
Right.
Do it. Prove to your kid that, that anything's possible, for sure. And I, kind of talking to myself right now too, is that it's not an option. This business and getting to the next level right here, right now, it's not an option. It has to happen. It has to happen, for my mom. It has to happen for my son. It has to happen for my husband, and it has to happen for me so I can travel more. So it's not an option. It's not an option.
I love it. And you know what? That's so true. Sometimes keeping our why in our forefront of our mind is what we really need so that the momentum isn't what we need. It's the motivation. Hold on. The motivation isn't what we have to rely on. We can rely on what our why is to get that momentum going. The
Yep.
reason why we get up every morning and we start working our business from the time our feet hit the ground, right?
Yep.
All right, so we have talked about lots of fun stuff today, but let's just say this. If you enjoyed our episode today, please go ahead and give us that like and subscribe down below. And as always, thank you for joining us on this wild and beautiful
Hearts
journey.
wide open,
Until next time,
turning the
let's keep
globe with
exploring.
dreams
Bye,
unbroken.
everybody.
Bye, guys.
Changing